Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to learn about the concept of degrees of freedom and why do we use the degrees of freedom in Annex. So, the very first thing is that what is the meaning of degrees of freedom? So, as per the definition, degrees of freedom denotes the number of independent ways a system can move or change its position. So let's understand about this degrees of freedom. Suppose there is a system or a body in this space. So that body can have three linear motions along the x-axis, along the y-axis, and along the z-axis. At the same time, it is going to get rotated about the x-axis, about the y-axis, and z-axis. So in total, the degree of freedom of any body in space without any constraint applied on that body is 6. So 3 linear and we have 3 rotational motions of a body in space. So that number is said to be as degrees of freedom. So why do we use this concept in NX? Because we use constraints while defining the assembly. So to have the proper constraints or proper hindrances to those motions, we use the degrees of freedom. So let's know how we can implement that degrees of freedom. Suppose I just start with this body. So if I just click on this and just go to show degrees of freedom. So you can see there are 3 rotational and 3 translational degrees of freedom. The same concept which I have just discussed, that in an empty space or in an open space, if we do not apply any of the constraint on the body, then that body should have 6 degrees of freedom. So similarly, we have 6 degrees of freedom in the software as well. Now, why do we use this concept? We use this concept to define the assembly. So let's start understanding about the constraints. In the later videos, I will discuss in detail about the constraints. However, this is just the base, like why do we use the constraints and why do we use the concept of show degrees of freedom. So it is clear that this body doesn't have any constraint because the degrees of freedom are 6. Now, if I just apply a constraint here, like I am just going to apply fixed constraint to this body. Now this body is fixed in space. That means it can neither have any translational nor rotational motion in this space. So if I check the degree of freedom of this body, then it should be 0. Now you can see there are no degrees of freedom. Why so? Because it is a fixed body. So we are going to apply the constraints to get the desired motion. For example, we have door. So we are going to apply the constraints on the door in such a way that it should replicate the real motion. And for the real motion, there should be only 1 degree of freedom, which is the rotational motion about the hinges of the door. And similarly, we should have the rotational motion of this. Let me just show you. So if I just go to the move component and I'm just going to pick the handle. So I'm just going to have the handle here. Let me just highlight this. Now, if I just have this kind of motion, so this should be the ideal motion of this gripper. So in this way, we are going to apply the constraints so that it should replicate the motion of a real gripper. So this is all in this video regarding the degrees of freedom. If you have any doubt or any question regarding the concept, you can just comment in the comment box and I will let you know more about the degrees of freedom so that we can continue with the constraints in the later videos. And if you have not watched my videos on previous topics related to the assembly, you can watch by clicking on this link so that you can reach to the playlist and watch the videos. So that's all in this video. If you have learned something new from this video, please do hit a like, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thanks so much.